These families tell me their children's autism therapy usually costs thousands of dollars a month. So they're grateful that the state gives them up to $6,000 a year to help cover what insurance doesn't. But now the way the state is breaking up that funding for each family has some parents scrambling to figure out how they'll be able to afford therapy for their kids.
All we want is for our kids to be able to have a future and a chance. Because if he wouldn't have had this therapy, he would be in special education still. He would be uncontrollable, nonverbal.
Susan Anderson's 7-year-old son Harley has been enrolled in a type of autism therapy called applied behavior analysis for more than 4 years.
At 7 years old, my son's doing 15 hours a week. And that 15 hours a week, within a month, comes to about $3,500 worth of services.
Thanks to Nevada's Autism Treatment Assistance Program, or ATAP, Susan can get up to $6,000 a year to help pay for autism services. In the past, she'd use most of that money at the beginning of the year to help pay for the first month of therapy and meet her insurance deductible.
So instead of paying $3,500 a month, we're paying 20%. So that fits within that. And by the end of the year, we've met our max out of pocket and we're not paying anything. My insurance is paying 100%.
But now ATAP will only give families $500 a month max, instead of letting them access more of that $6,000 at the beginning of the year. Susan says that means she can't afford as much therapy for her son.
We would go from 15 hours a week to 4 hours a week, which would take us from 5 days a week, which Harley's known for the last 4 or 5 years almost, to 2 days a week.
ATAP says this has always been their policy, and their new program manager tells Fox 5 she started enforcing it this July.
This policy has been in place throughout our biennium, and I'm working to enforce all of our policies per our legislatively approved budget. We need to make sure that the funding that we are giving is going towards those ABA services and not front-loading a deductible where it would help with all of the family's medical expenses.
But parents like Susan say they aren't asking for more money, and all the funding they get from the state goes directly to their therapy providers. They just want ATAP to work with them in a way that will get their insurance to cover as much as possible.
The goal here is to get our kids the most amount of services, the most hours, to make it the most beneficial. Utilize our insurance to meet the deductible as long as it falls within that $6,000 budget, and then have our insurance pay.
Now, representatives from ATAP tell me they are drafting a policy right now to help families who prove they have a financial hardship paying for their services, and they say that it will be handled on a case-by-case basis.